ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनेय शौनकादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीयादिवराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्यशङ्करादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तगुरूणां देवतानां ब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातो कृपया शास्त्रोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं साधकानां भक्तानां विघ्ननिवारण साधनाशक्तिसम्पदवाप्त्यर्थं भागवत महापुराणस्य नवमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। Salutations to all the Rishi Muni Guru, to the Shruti Mata, to our Bhagavata Acharya Parampara, to Parabrahma. As we are saying that these timings of our sitting in the class itself should be used by us fully as our sadhana. Time anyway we are giving. Now let us give our mana with bhakti, buddhi, with shraddha as well as effort trying to understand. And at the same time, all those qualities that are being studied, whether they are the values, whether they are sadhanas of bhakti or sadhana of the jnanam, whatever they must be, we try to imbibe them while studying itself. And keep on being in that thought of prayerful mood. Hey Bhagavan, this knowledge may it become our own. May we live this knowledge every moment. May we experience you every moment in this our life itself. Keeping that mood, let these 2 hours be our complete sadhana. In today, 9th Skandha, 14th chapter, starting chanting we have to do. Here starts the Chandra Vamsha Varnana. After in that Ikshvaku Vamsha or Vayuvastha Manu, his Santati, and from that the Chandra Vamsha Varnana. In this only, in this Dashama Skandha, we see Bhagavan Sri Krishna's Janma. Then in the 11th Skandha Adhyanam, we will be doing today Sri Uddhavaji's reply to Sri Bhagavan's question whether you understood this knowledge or not. Did your moha go away? Is your dukkha from the mana? Has it gone away? This is how Bhagavan's questions beautifully answered by Sri Uddhavaji. Then Bhagavan's orders also to him we will see. And then last but not the least, in the 29th chapter is the conclusion of Sri Shukadev in this 5-6 slokas, saying the Mahatmya of Bhagavata, 11th Skandha, Bhagavan Krishna, Uddhava, all that. So with that, the main teachings get over. Then we have two more chapters in this Skandha 11, in which we see Sri Krishna Avatara Sampannata. So we didn't want to see that Krishna Avatara Sampannata or Samapanam, and that is why we were going on studying the Krishna Upadesha every day, requesting him to fill our hearts with the knowledge and bhakti. Let us begin the chanting. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Parayanam Namamaskandaha Atha Chaturdashodhyayaha Shri Shuka Uvacha. See, it starts with Atha. Atha is Mangalavachaka. Because in this we are going to have Bhagavan Krishna's avatar in this Chandra Vamsha. Athatah Shruyatam Rajan Vamshah Somasya Pavanaha Yasmin Nailadayo Bhupaha Kirtyante Punyakirtayaha Sahasrashirasaha Pumsaha Nabhihrada Saroruhat Jatasyasit Suto Dhatuhu Atri Pitru Samo Gunaihi Tasya Drugbhyo Bhavat Putraha सोमोऽमृतमय किल विप्रौषध्युड्गणानां ब्रह्मणा कल्पितः पतिः सोयजद्राजसूयेन विजित्य भुवनत्रयं पत्नीं बृहस्पतेर्दर्पात् तारां नामाहरद्बलात् यदा स देवगुरुणा याचितो भीक्ष्णशो मदात् नात्यजत् तत्कृते जज्ञे सुरदानवविग्रहः शुक्रो बृहस्पतेर्द्वेषात् अग्रहीत् सासुरोडुपं हरो गुरुसुतं स्नेहात् सर्वभूतगणावृतः सर्वदेवगणोपेतो महेन्द्रो गुरुमन्वयात् सुरासुरविनाशो भूतु समरस्तारकामयः निवेदितोऽथाङ्गिरसा सौमं निर्भस्य विश्वकृतो तारां स्वभर्त्रे प्रायच्छतु अन्तर्वत्नीम् अवैत्पतिः त्यजत्याजासु दुष्प्रज्ञे मत्क्षेत्रादाहितं वरैः नाहं त्वां भस्मसात् कुर्यां श्रियं सान्तानिको असते तत्याजव्रीडिता तारा कुमारं कनकप्रभं स्पृहाम् आङ्गिरसश्चक्रे कुमारे सोम एव च ममायं च न तवेत्युच्चैः तस्मिन् विवदमानयोः पप्रच्छुर्मनयो देवाः नैवोचे व्रीडिता तु सा कुमारो मातरं प्राह कुपितो लीकलज्जया किं न वोचसि असद्वृत्ते आत्मावद्यं वदाशु मे ब्रह्मा ताम्रः आहूय समप्राक्षीच्च सान्त्वयन् सोमस्येत्याह शनकैः सोमस्तं तावदग्रहेत तस्यात्मयोनिरकृत बुध इत्यभिधां नृपा बुद्ध्या गम्भीरया येन पुत्रेणापोडुराण्मुदम् ततः पुरूरवाजज्ञे इलायां य उदाहृतः तस्य रूपगुणौदार्य शीलद्रविणविक्रमान् श्रुत्वोर्वशीन्द्रभवने गीयमानान् सुरर्षिणा तदन्तिकमुपेयाय देवी स्मरशरार्दिता मित्रावरुणयोः शापाद् आपन्ना नरलोकतां निशाम्य पुरुषश्रेष्ठं कन्दर्पमिव रूपिणं धृतिं विष्टभ्य ललना उपतस्थे तदन्तिके सतां विलोक्य नृपतिः हर्षेणोत्फुल्ललोचनः उवाच श्लक्ष्णया वाचा देवीं हृष्टतनूरुहः राजोवाच स्वागतं ते वरारोहे आस्यतां करवाम किं संरमस्व मया साकं रतिर्नौ शाश्वतीः समाः ऊर्वश्युवाच कस्यास्त्वयि न सज्जेत मनोदृष्टिश्च सुन्दरा यदङ्गान्तरमासाद्य चवते हरिरंसया एता उरणकौ राजन् न्यासौ रक्षस्व मानदा संरंसे भवता साकं श्लाघ्यः स्त्रीणां वरः स्मृतः घृतं मे वीरभक्ष्यं स्यात् नेक्षे त्वान्यत्र मैथुनात् विवाससं ततस्तथेति प्रतिपेदे महामनाः अहो रूपमहो भावः नरलोकविमोहनं को न सेवेतमनुजः देवीं त्वां स्वयमागतां तया स पुरुषश्रेष्ठः रमयन्त्या यथार्हतः रेमे सुरविहारेषु कामं चैत्ररथादिषु रममाणस्तया देव्या पद्मकिञ्जल्कगन्धया तन्मुखामोदमुषितः मुमुदे हरगणान् अवश्यन्नुर्वशीम् इन्द्रः गन्धर्वान् समचोदयतो ऊर्वशीरहितं मह्यम् आस्थानं नातिशोभते तौ वैद्यमहारात्रे तमसि प्रत्युपस्थिते ऊर्वश्या उरणौ जह्नुः हस्तौ राजनिजायया निशम्याक्रन्दितं देवी पुत्रयोर्नीयमानयोः हतास्म्यहं कुनाथेन नपुंसा वीरमानिना यद्विस्रम्भादहं नष्टा हृतापत्या च दस्युभिः यः शेते निशिसन्त्रस्तः यथा नारे दिवा पुमान् इति वाक्सायकैर्विद्धः प्रतोत्रैरिव कुञ्जरः निशिनिस्त्रिंशमादाय विवस्त्रोऽभ्यद्रवदृशा ते विसृज्योरणौ तत्र व्यद्योतन्तस्म विद्युतः आदाय मेषावायान्तं नग्नमैक्षतसापतिम् ऐलोपि शयने जायाम् अवश्यन् विमना इव तच्चित्तो विह्वलः शोचन् बभ्रामोन्मत्तवन्महीम सतां वीक्ष्य कुरुक्षेत्रे सरस्वत्यां च तत्सखीः पञ्चप्रहृष्टवदनाः प्राह सूक्तं पुरूरवाः अहो जाये तिष्ठ तिष्ठ घोरेण त्यक्तुमर्हसि मां त्वमद्याप्यनिर्वृत्य वचांसि कृणवाह वै सुदेहोऽयं पतत्यत्र देवि दूरं हृतस्त्वया खादन्तेन मृकागृध्राः त्वत्प्रसादस्य नास्पदम् ऊर्वश्यवाच मामृताः पुरुषोऽसि त्वं मास्मत्वाद्युर्वृका इमे क्वापि सख्यं न वै स्त्रीणां वृकाणां हृदयं यथा श्रियो हि अकरुणाः क्रूराः दुर्मर्षाः प्रियसाहसाः घ्नन्ति अल्पार्थेऽपि विस्रब्धं पतिं भ्रातरमभ्युता विधायालीकविस्रम्भम् अग्नेषु त्यक्तसौहृदाः नवं नवम् अभीप्सन्त्यः पुंश्चल्यः स्वैरवृत्तयः संवत्सरान्ते हि भवान् एकरात्रं मयेश्वर वत्स्यत्यपत्यानि च ते भविष्यन्त्यपराणि भोः अन्तर्वत्नीम् उपालक्ष्य देवीं सप्रययौ पुरं पुनस्तत्र गतोऽब्धान्ते ऊर्वशीं वीरमातरम् उपलभ्य मुदा युक्तः समुवासतया निशाम् अथैनमूर्वशी प्राह कृपणं विरहातुरं गन्धर्वानुपधावीमान् तुभ्यं दास्यन्ति माम् इति तस्य संस्तुवतस्तुष्टा अग्निस्थालीं ददुर्नृप ऊर्वशीं मन्यमानस्तां सोबुध्यत चरन्वने स्थालीं न्यस्य वने गत्वा गृहाणाध्यायतो निशि त्रेतायां सम्प्रवृत्तायां मनसि त्रय्यवर्तत स्थालीस्थानं गतोऽश्वत्थं शमीगर्भं विलक्षसः तेन द्वे अरणी कृत्वा ऊर्वशी लोककाम्यया ऊर्वशीं मन्त्रतो ध्यायन् अधरारणिमुत्तराम् आत्मानमुभयोर्मध्ये यत्तत्प्रजननं प्रभुः तस्य निर्मन्थनाज्ञातः जातवेदा विभावसुः त्रयासविद्यया राज्ञा पुत्रत्वे कल्पितस्त्रिवृतो तेनायजत यज्ञेशं भगवन्तम् अधोक्षजम् ऊर्वशी लोकमन्विच्छन् सर्वदेवमयं हरिम् एक एव पुरा वेदः प्रणवः सर्ववाङ्मयः देवो नारायणो नान्यः एकोऽग्निर्वर्ण एव च पुरूरवस एवासीत् त्रयीत्रेतामुखे नृप अग्निना प्रजया राजा लोकं गान्धर्वमेयिवान् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां नवमस्कन्धे चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः ॐ शान्तिः 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 पुरूरव चरित्र once more. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्रीसूत शरणं मम, श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम, श्रीव्यास शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीकुमार शरणं मम, श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः, अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामामुञ्चदकर्हिचिद। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरहित्वान्यथा रूपम् स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। Let us chant from mantra 33 till the end of this chapter. 34 say. मर्त्यो यदा त्यक्तसमस्तकर्मा निवेदितात्मा विचिकीर्षितो मे तदामृतत्वं प्रतिपद्यमानः मयात्मभूयाय च कल्पते वै। श्रीशुक उवाच। स एवमादर्शितयोगमार्गः तदोत्तमश्लोकवचो निशम्य बद्धाञ्जलिः प्रीत्युपरुद्धकण्ठः न किञ्चिदूचेश्रुपरिप्लुताक्षः विष्टभ्य चित्तं प्रणयावघूर्णं धैर्येण राजन् बहुमन्यमानः कृताञ्जलिः प्राहयदुप्रवीरं शीर्ष्णा स्पृशंस्तच्चरणारविन्दम्। उद्धव उवाच। विद्रावितो मोहमहान्धकारः य आश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसोह किं नु समीपगस्य शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य प्रत्यर्पितो मे भवतानुकम्पिना भृत्याय विज्ञानमय प्रदीपः हित्वा कृतज्ञस्तव पादमूलं कोऽन्यत् समीयात् शरणं चरणं तदीयं वृक्णश्च मे सुदृढः स्नेहपाशः दाशार्ह वृष्ण्यन्धकसात्वतेषु प्रासारितः सृष्टि विवृद्धये त्वया स्वमायया ह्यात्मसुबोधहेतिना नमोऽस्तु ते महायोगिन् प्रपन्नमनुषादिमां यथा त्वच्चरणाम्भोजे रतिः स्यादनपायिने। श्रीभगवानुवाच। गच्छोद्धव मयादिष्टः बदर्याख्यं ममाश्रमं तत्र मत्पादतीर्थोदे स्नानोपस्पर्शनैः शुचिः ईक्षयालकनन्दाय विद्युताशेषकल्मषः वसानो वल्कलान्यङ्ग वन्यभुक् सुखनिस्पृहः तितीक्षुर्द्वन्द्वमात्राणां सुशीलः संयतेन्द्रियः शान्तः समाहितधिया ज्ञानविज्ञानसंयुतः मत्तोऽनुशिक्षितं यत्ते विविक्तमनुभावयन् मय्यावेशितवाक् चित्तः मद्धर्मनिरतो भव। अतिव्रज्य गतिस्तिस्रः मामेष्यसि ततः परम्। श्रीशुक उवाच। स एव मुक्तो हरिमेधसोद्धवः प्रदक्षिणं तं परिसृत्य पादयोः शिरोनिधायाश्रुकलाभिरार्द्रधीः न्यषिञ्चदद्वन्द्वपरोऽप्यपक्रमे सुदुस्त्यजस्नेहवियोगकातरः न शक्नुवन्स्तं परिहातुमातुरः कृच्छ्रं ययौ मूर्धनि भर्तृपादुके बिभ्रन्नमस्कृत्य ययौ पुनः पुनः ततस्तमन्तरहृदि सन्निवेश्य गतो महाभागवतो विशालां यथोपदिष्टां जगदेकबन्धुना तव समास्ताय हरेरगात् गतिं य एतदानन्दसमुद्रसम्भृतं ज्ञानामृतं भागवताय भाषितं कृष्णेन योगेश्वरसेविताङ्घ्रिणा सच्छ्रद्धया सेव्य जगद्विमुच्यते भवभयमपहन्तं ज्ञानविज्ञानसारं निगमकृतुपजह्रे भृङ्गवद्वेदसारम् अमृतमुदधितश्चापाययन् भृत्यवर्गान् पुरुषं वृषभमाद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि पुरुषं वृषभम् आद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे कोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Having saluted all the Rishi Muni Guru Devata Parampara, by the grace of Gurus and Bhagavan through Upasana, our mind inclined day by day increasingly towards the spirituality. Then the jignasa in our heart to know the truth, and also the desire to have Bhagavad Anubhuti or Darshana should increase so much in our life that the sadhanas required to reach to those anubhutis alone we should do. A part of that is what? Ki first we listen from the Guru, word to word, literal meaning as well as indicated meaning as well as the sadhana meaning of Shastras. For example, here either whole Bhagavatam or 10th and 11th Skandha. Once we know the literal meaning of it, every day that Shastra, Bhagavata is in front of us and we are going through the story through the chantings. And while chanting, we are remembering the story. While remembering all the flow of the story, we also remember what our gurus have given us, the Katha meaning, Bhagavad Mahima meaning, then Bhakti Lakshana meaning, Bhakta Lakshana meaning, and Bhakti. And Jnana, whatever the Siddhanta Jnana, Tattva Jnana is there. In that way, what they used to do in those olden days was either continuously spoken by the Gurus, Acharyas, and exposing their Manachitta, Buddhi, only for Bhagavan and the theme, their Chitta Antakarana used to be filled by it. Or those who can study, those who know it, only one job of Shastra Shravanam through the book, because already heard from the Guru. Then while doing Shravanam only, Subha Dopar Sham, Subha Dopar Sham, that Shravanam, that is chanting or reading, and Mananam. Shravanam, chanting, reading, Mananam. So these two first study only one Shastra for 100 times till the essence is digested. That essence is nothing but Bhagavan and Bhakti to reach that Bhagavan. Once they slowly enter into that groove, to make it more and more deeper, subtler, interesting, take one after the other Shastra, in and through all Shastra. What is given is Bhagavan alone. So while doing that Shravanam or chanting or Parayanam or reading, continuously they used to offer Manabujdi only to the Lord. While doing this, other than Bhagwan, everything is Maya. They never gave chance to that Maya to occupy the mana and take away the jiva from the Lord into the worldliness. Same is to be done by you and me also. Once we got this habit of listening to Shastra, throughout our any number of lives, we get to keep on listening, or if capacity is there, ourselves studying the Shastra and the theme of that called Bhagavan, either in Bhakti Marga or Jnana Marga, we have to go on reveling in that only. Let the prarabdha come and do its work. Let whatever dharmas minimum on there we are performing, but all the time our mind is reveling in Bhagavan only. And all the time, why the Bhagavad Shravana, Bhagavad Tattva Vicharana, doesn't become effective in giving us result is we are only superficial and periphery level of our sadhanas. We have not gone deep into. Why we have not gone deep into is our taste for the world. The rasa aspect has not gone away. Therefore, again and again, the world calls us, world pulls us, world drags us into itself because of our still not yet getting that vairagya. Therefore, all alone in our own study, trying to do sadhana, to some extent we could do, further we are not able to do. Reason is analyzed, understood that our mind is still entertaining the world. Therefore, again through Viveka and Vairagya, again to self-accepted, some plannings and disciplines, again by invoking Bhagavad Guru Kripa, again by being in the company of such great saints who are so much only into Paramatma, nothing other than that. We also have to slowly pull away from the worldliness and not only the periphery superficial, but deeper and deeper sadhana we have to do. Any sadhana superficially can be done, deeply can be done. It is a simple sadhana, upasana japa. It can be the difficult sadhana of contemplating on the truth. They can be done very vaguely, superficially. They can be done so intensely, deeply that we get pratyaksha anubhuti of Bhagavan through those sadhanas. Through upasana, we can see the upasya deva in the upasana murti. Through the japa, the japa Bhagavan comes in front of us. Through the stuti also of that Lord whose stuti we are doing is in front. So too through the katha of that Bhagavan, like we saw, in that Sanat Kumaradi became the Bhagavata Bhaktas. Naradji, when he became Shrota Mukhya Yajamana, everybody were there in that. When the katha was told by them to Sri Naradji, have we not seen that Bhagavan himself? First, Bhakti Mata became active. Then the Jnana Vairagya also came. Then when they were that way slowly dancing, Bhagavan Krishna himself entered into the hearts of everyone. Then he came Pratyaksha Rupena also. सो कथा में भगवान का आविर्भाव, जप में भगवान का दर्शन, उपासना में उस मूर्ति में भगवान का दर्शन, इवन इन ध्यान में ध्येय वस्तु पर ब्रह्म का अनुभूति. All those experiences are gained when our sadhanas are so intense and deep, which we do when we give up outer things and with our own self-accepted discipline, intensely doing and dedicating our entire life for that, without forgetting the need of Guru Kripa, Guru Parampara Kripa, Bhagavat Kripa. So in this way, may we be more and more engrossed through Shastra Dhenam into the theme called as Bhagavan to such an extent. Neither the world is there for us, nor we are available for the world to pull us. We are into the Lord. Lord is pleased with us. We are running towards Him. He is coming towards us. And that most divine moment of we merging with the Lord like the river merging in the ocean, that should be our goal. In that goal, in that pursuit of the goal, at this moment we are at this level of listening only. But then the subtleties of all these sadhanas, their beautiful results, again and again when we study, we become clear about it. So in one go only we become familiar. मैं तो कहता हूँ एक पूरे जन्म के सारे शास्त्रों के पढ़ने का फल में हमको किताब कैसे खोलना इतना मात्र ही समझ में आता है. I say in every life when we go on doing, then the knowledge from the pustakam enter into mastakam, then we truly do this sadhana. So may we all that way be. Oh Lord, if you are pleased with our these tiny efforts of studying Shastra, trying to study the Shastra, if you are pleased with us, please be pleased. Forgiving all our folly, shortcomings, ashraddhas, irregularities, we know what we are. You also know what we are. So, forgiving all that, please be pleased with this effort of us and bless us to be more intense and deeper in our study, understanding, sadhana and siddhi. This is how we have to keep on prayatnam karte jana till that the tamo rajoguna effects of kshipta moda vikshipta goes away, till the sattva enters in us. That sattva becomes capable of tattva chintanam or bhagavad deep upasana. We have to go on praying, we have to go on trying our own best. Learn from millions of examples of the world. The woodpecker's example they give, till that hole is made, it goes on pecking, till that ant finds its chini, goes on searching. Any animal, till it finds its prey, goes on looking for it. See that cat, where it goes, how it finds, but somehow it finds the eatables, the dead rats, etc., or rats killing. It brings to its kittens. How they are doing? The birds, where they go, we don't know. Somehow they fetch the grassam or food for their children. Don't you see that? In the same way, go on being in this mood of study upasana, study contemplation, study meditation. Other than that, when there is no occupation for few lives, that's what those who take up sannyasa or those who are in the ashramas or those who truly retire for spiritual unfoldment, they keep on doing. Whether they are we or anyone. In that way, when we do, then only the siddhi happens to us. There are two things: having the intelligence and capacities and using them for the worldliness or sadhana. Many of us have the intelligence and capacities. We don't use them for sadhana, we use them for worldliness. Therefore, the world never leaves us. But there are many people in the world we see, they are much more lesser than us in terms of intelligence or all the understandings, maturity. Yet, they are more sadhakas than us. Therefore, we, with all our intelligence, we stay only at our level. They with minimum intelligence, but surrendered to the Guru God, Upadesha sadhana given they do, they keep moving very fast in the sadhana. So, whatever the ability, talents, intelligence we have, where we are using it, keeping that question in mind, let the answer be, may we use all our resources, all our capacities, all our talents, abilities, only in getting convinced about sadhya sadhana paramatma and only in moving that path of sadhana. May this way our every day be fulfilled, every year be fulfilled, every life will be fulfilled. Fulfillment when it comes, we don't know. But our single pointed, wholehearted effort is the fulfillment from our side. देखो फल का तृप्ति एक होता है, साधना का तृप्ति एक होता है. फल कब मिलेगा भगवान जानते हैं. But then trupti in sadhana always is in our hands. And to the conscience in us, the jiva in us, it is very clearly understandable that to all our capacities, are we doing our sadhana or not? हमको ही पता होता है कि मेरा जो कीमत कैपेसिटी है क्या मैं पूरा कर पा रहा हूँ कि नहीं. तो till that optimum level reached, we keep on increasing our efforts of sadhana. एफर्ट्स में तृप्त हो जाए ना तो फिर भगवान वो अनुभूति देते हैं. और तृप्ति ऑफ द एफर्ट्स इज नॉट जस्ट justifying our little doing things, but ask our own conscience. Please remember, if at all we help anyone in this world, it is our own selves. If at all we cheat anyone in our life, is we cheat our own selves. So what is there to cheat and get benefit? Why not be honest with ourselves? And in that honesty of ourselves, when we ask ourselves, the answer will be very obvious that these are your capacities, but you are not at all using them for sadhana. So therefore, keep on increasing the efforts towards sadhana till we feel satisfied. Like when we do these classes, we are satisfied to 5 to 10% level. कि कम से कम हम किताब पढ़ पा रहे हैं. Nothing wrong in claiming that satisfaction. But 5-10% won't suffice. Therefore, more. Not only coming to class, but in the class, those 2 hours itself are taken as sadhana and intensely doing, and it is complemented with the homework also. Thus, throughout the day, like For a lobhi, the interest is on dhana. For a person of power, is interest in the power. For us, the interest should be only in sadhana, sadhya, sadhana, sadhya, sadhana, sadhya. Then the nishtha of the sadhya, sadhana alone takes us to the sadhya. Then to pray to God through our own auto suggestion, the nishtha in the sadhana we have to go on intensifying. A time should come in our life where the day is so beautifully followed, where planned and executed, that whole day we are into the sadhana only. So that way, maybe twice, 2 days a week, or a week in a month. In that way, to begin with, we train ourselves. Once we perfect, once we perfect ourselves in giving all our time and putting all our efforts in sadhana, in those trials for a day or week, later on, that alone should be continued. देखिएगा तत्चिंतनम तत्कथनम अन्योन्यम तत्प्रबोधनम एतद एकपरत्वम and tad alone is brahmabhyasam vidurbudaha tattvabhyasam vidurbudaha bhakti abhyasam vidurbudaha. No other activity should occupy our mind. This, what we speak in English, in the Sanskrit technical language, is the shouting at the pitch of voice. By Bhagavan Adi Shankara Adi Acharyas from the beginning of creation, that when you are in the karma, you can never withdraw, go into Paramatma. Therefore, what is said in Vedanta Upanishads, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, tyagena eke amrudattamanashuhu. What is the clarion call of the Upanishads? In the same way, what is said by Bhagavan Adi Shankara, that jnana samuchaya with karma is not possible. Do karma, exhaust your all prarabdha, get shuddhi of antakarana. Then only you are in upasana, even not even upasana, the brahmachintana. In this way, we have to slowly, in our contemplation inquiry, become clear of all these things. While getting clarity only, get committed and do sadhana. In this regard, two things, as we said one of the days, I don't know which was the context. One side, we have to feel regretted and guilty that we are not able to do sadhana as much we need to do, we can do. Second side, we have to look at the people of the world who are so beautifully doing sadhana. The people of the sadhana world. How come? See, go to various ashramas, go and see in so many grahasthas houses where holding on to their Ishtadevata, holding on to their own guru, how deeply they are day in and day out involved in sadhana. So see them and get inspired from them. And look at our own life, feel bad that we are not able to do. In this way, we will increase day by day quantity of sadhana also, quality of sadhana also, the depth of sadhana also. In that way, may we fulfill our lives. And at the same time, let us not again be distracted by any other thing, tempted by any other thing other than this adhyatmikata. So these good qualities, when they enter, swadhyaya sadhana takes us to deeper and higher experiences. And the last of the experience, we can see everything is Bhagavan only. We can see everything is the Parabrahma only. And that Parabrahma is Ahamasmi. That's our goal. Now there's a flow of thoughts, just felt like sharing. We have shared. Now into the most profound topic we are into, Sri Uddhavaji's reply to Sri Bhagavan Krishna. After listening from him, the essence of all Shastras and Bhagavata Dharma in this 11th Mukti Skandha from chapter 5 onwards. Bhagavan gave all that knowledge. Bhagavan gave the instructions. Bhagavan gave the glory of this jnana which is given by him. He also showed the Falashruti, he told. He also told to whom this knowledge never enters and who can be a qualified person. Having said all of that, he to even says for you, the Chaturveda Purushartha are in me only. And then lastly he said about Navartyoyada त्यक्त समस्त धर्मा निवेदात्मा विचिकीर्षितो मे तदा अमृतत्वं प्रतिपद्यमानः मयात्मभूताय च कल्पते वै. Having said all that, he just left the mic to Krishna Sukadev ji and Uddhava ji for replying to his question. कि अप्युद्यवा त्वया ब्रह्म सखे समवधारितम अविते विगतो मोहः शोकश्चासो मनोभवः. That question remains to be answered by this disciple Bhakta Shrota Sadhaka Sri Uddhavji. Before that, we saw yesterday, before Uddhavji replies, Sri Shukadevji's those two beautiful shlokas in which the situation of Uddhavji he told to us. उद्धव जी cannot say no कि मैं अब इस तरह से हूँ, अब ऐसा मैं जवाब दे रहा हूँ. Therefore, it becomes necessary on the part of commentator or the Vakta to tell. Like a batsman hit century. मैं सेंचुरी मारा हूँ, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. He will not say all that. He will only wave the bat and show and maybe jumping little. All the commentator does. After so many days, he has made a century at the crucial time of the junction. The team needed it so much. These are all the feeling of that player commented by the commentator. So too when he just doesn't do the job well, gets out going with the head down. He never says कि मैं आउट हो गया, टीम को हेल्प नहीं कर पाया, इसलिए मुझे बहुत बेइज्जती लग रही है. His head down is enough. The commentator will comment कि this time also I don't do well somehow, all that is that. Here also उद्धव जी will not say कि मैं इतना मैं ये हूँ वो हूँ वगैरह. मेरा सिचुएशन ऐसा है. सुखदेव जी इज स्टडिंग इट ना, therefore he will explain it to परीक्षित जी. बेटा इतना सुनने के बाद अंदर का अनुभव क्या हुआ? उद्धव जी anyway is going to tell in few shlokas, but looking at him, what he cannot say, I am saying. What are the things? First, sa evam adarshita yoga margaha. So we have seen that yesterday, day before, exhaustively. So the yoga marga was shown by Krishna, yoga marga was seen by Uddhava. There is no doubt from his face you can see. Then Uttama Shloka Vacho Nishamya. So having heard thoroughly all the Vanya Bhagavan Krishna, Uttama Shloka, at that time, what were the expressions of Uddhava which he cannot comment and tell? ऐसे खुद ही डायलॉग बोल के खुद ही थोड़ी कहते हैं. There are in Ekapatra Abhinayanam, they do all that. But here he says, Uddhav ji के बारे में Shukdev ji says, Baddhanjali. That Anjali, Baddha is expression of not only gratitude, but the the Sharanagati, the feeling that you have done such a कृपा unto me भगवान, मैं तो आपके इस देन पे पूरा अपने आप को समर्पण न्यौछावर करता हूँ. What you gave me, to that I offer myself unto thee. That feeling is there in the folding of the hands of Uddhavji. That is what Sukadevji says, Baddhanjali. Then Preeti Uparuddha Kantaha. He was so much engrossed in that prema, the bhakti. Now, whichever the words you give, any word given, it only pollutes the bhavana or anubhuti. Like I love you word really destroys the feeling I love you. By the time the words are uttered, the mind is distracted to the words from the love. होता है कि नहीं? कोशिश कहते हो ना वाणी से कहने का, मन के भावनाएं वो चले जाते, खासकर प्यारे वाले भावनाएं. तो here also he was so much of prita that प्रीति अवरुद्ध कंठः उपरुद्ध कंठः. इतना प्रेम हो गया कि दैट प्रेम कंठ से निकल नहीं पा रहा, पर कंठ से निकाले बाहर तो घट जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा. इन दैट वे. No, he was in that wordlessness, speechlessness, helplessness as to how to express this preeti of mine. What is that preeti? If I try to tell again, even I fail to say. प्रीति उपरुद्ध कंठा, ये प्रेम भगवान के लिए है या भगवान के द्वारा किए हुए ज्ञान के लिए है और ज्ञान की महिमा के लिए है और ज्ञान के फल के ऊपर है प्रीति, या अपने ऊपर है कि वो इतने भाग्यशाली है कि भगवान के मुखारविंद से सीधा ऐसे महान ज्ञान सुनने को मौका मिला. हम किस किस बात के लिए प्रीति? That's why a person who understands true love, you know, he will just enjoy his life beyond the words, both in acknowledging and extending gratitude to all those who have given him the love right from many, many lives and in this life. Equally true that he will just fill his heart only with the love for everyone. Not even a word he can utter. Words only dilute the love. Like if I remember the love, pure love. If I remember means understand it. I can see from childhood onwards. The nurse, who took me in her hands first. From then onwards, the mother and father, the brothers, sisters, all of them, how much of the love they poured on me. Everyone, the friends there, the neighbors there, the teachers in the school, the classmates there, इवन the ऑटो वाले the बस वाले जो न हमको इधर उधर घुमाए थे गाड़ियों में. In every place when we went for some buying or some, let us say, entertainment, कहीं भी जाओ, देखो हमको जिंदगी में ना कितने हजार लोगों से कितना बार बार प्यार मिलता गया. Unknown are many. So many thousands and thousands of people have prayed for us. Whoever have prayed, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavanto, that prayer helped me also. See, if I understand that love, my heart will be filled with so much gratitude for those who have loved me. See, people have loved me because of their selfishness also. That's apart. Okay. In their immaturity, they had selfishness. But in their heart, they had love also. I recognize that. Beautiful that life. That joy is great. In the same way, the one who understands the Preeti, he cannot be understood. Understanding is a bluff. Understanding is a useless word when it comes to prema. It is beyond understanding. I can never say I understand your love. You understand, I feel your love is right. I feel what you feel is right way. I understand is not right way. When somebody is in dukkha, don't say understand your misery. I feel your misery. Because understanding is what वो dilute करता है. Same way, when I understand that Preeti, throughout the life, then onwards, to any being who comes in my way or life, I only extend the prema in my heart. That is a beauty of life, really to be lived. That's why Puja Gurudev and Mahatma said, to love and to be loved is the greatest fulfillment of existence. To be loved is not in our hands many a time, but to love. And to be loved, if you want to see all gurus, Bhagavan, the Prakriti, all the time, like our mother, they are loving us and taking care. If you can recognize that subtle aspect, then you are not lacking receiving the love and you don't demand the love from those who don't want to give. That's a different topic. But the receiving the love from them may not be from whom we expect many a time, but we pour out the love silently closing the eyes. Anyone in this world. The moment remember that person, extend the love in the form of prayer, may that person be having that bhakti as well as mukti. I am explaining the word प्रीति. ना प्रीति के रीति को कोई नहीं समझ पाया, वो अनुभूति अलग है. माता पिता का ही प्रीति हम नहीं समझ सकते, अब गुरु का भगवान का कहाँ समझे. Here also, Shishya, Uddhava, Bhakta, Uddhava, Dasa, Uddhava, Sevaka, Uddhava. So Uddhava is all of that. Here the Shrota, Uddhava. He is so much Preeti Uparuddha Kantaha. His throat got choked only. Preeti. How much Preeti? Wow. Count the blessings, then you will feel gratitude. Count the curses, you only feel back to curse only. Don't count the curses, count the blessings only. So, Preeti Uparuddha Kantaha, therefore, na kinchid uche ashru paripluta. How, what can he talk there? Therefore, it had become my responsibility that I had to fill up the blank as if. For some time, his eyes were fully filled with tears, the heart is filled with devotion, love, gratitude. Then with that love choking the throat, he couldn't speak for some time. Then that scene, I am taking this yesterday and today also, that scene itself is so exalted, so glorious, so great, that the great Bhagavan Purna Avatar, giving the essence of all Shastra to such a worthy Bhakta and Shishya, and he also, with all respect, reverence, attentiveness, Shraddha, Prema, Bhakti, received everything told by God, and it started working instantaneously. Which words can explain that joy? Batao, nobody can. So that situation of Uddhava is beyond words. Should we not reach to that level that in our life also, because of our Uddhava like Sharanagati, Bhakti, Dasya Bhava, Seva Bhava, a Krishna like Bhagavan comes, and the Bhagavata like Shastra Jnanam he gives in a sense entirely as well as in the form of a sense. And as it is received, we also are in the mode like Uddhava, Vadhanjali. प्रीति उपरुद्ध कंठः न किंचिदूचे अश्रु परिप्लुताक्ष. See each of the word, how tasty, how divine, how beautiful it is. Saiva yoga margah. Uttama shlokah vachah nishamya tada. Pranamya baddhanjali priti uruddha kantaha na kinchiduche ashru pariplutaksha. But still, he can remain that this is samadhi experience. All became stabdha. He is only in that joy and devotion as if united with God. But भगवान ने प्रश्न पूछा तो उसका उत्तर देना है. So he has to come to this लोक व्यवहार के वास्ते. And this vyavahara, even Bhagavan doesn't want. He knows. Having given this knowledge from inside, having received this knowledge, what will be the position of Uddhava, Bhagavan जानते हैं. बट लेकिन ना बाद में जो कहने वाले सुखदेव जी के लिए, लिखने वाले व्यास जी के लिए, पढ़ने वाले हम सबको पता होना है. That is how, though he doesn't want to disturb the mode of Uddhava, still he asks question. Uddhava also doesn't want to come out of that joy, but still he has answered. Our point is not what Krishna asked, what Uddhava said. Our point should be in what mood, what greatest knowledge given by Bhagavan, and in what mood the receiver received, and after receiving, in what mood he was. Our focus should be in that. Go beyond the word and words meaning, from the meaning go to the experience of feeling. That is called as actually Shastra Adhyayana. Not knowing only the dictionary meaning of the words. Beyond the behind the meaning, what experience is there, that is our goal. Aham Brahmasmi is not a dictionary meaning that I am Brahma, अब क्या करूँ, कुछ हो नहीं सकता. It's not that frustrated way. Aham Brahmasmi is an anubhuti of being an infinite self. So here also, aha baddhanjalihi priti uparuddha kantah na kinchiduche अश्रुपरिप्लुदाक्षः स एव मादर्शितयोगमार्गः तदोत्तमश्लोकवचो निशम्यः बद्धाञ्जलिः प्रीति उपरुद्धकण्ठः न किञ्चिदूचे अश्रुपरिप्लुताक्षः. When those who know the full Sanskrit, those who really tune to Krishna and Uddhava Bhagavata level, those who are capable of giving out the Upadesha or Satsanga, depending on the context, bringing those particular emotions. And if we get a chance to listen to those people's Satsanga on these topics, that joy at that instantaneous moment is so beautiful. But this is not an emotion or sentiment, but that level of joy we have to go to. So here the joy of Uddhavji, there the joy of Valmiki ji, having received that krupa of the rishis and munis. He was also so ecstatic. He just said, going to Naraka because of so many papa, you are the only ones, please bless. They immediately called for an urgent meeting. Here is such a bad person, Vijadhama, but now he surrendered. Therefore, with effort, we have to give him such sadhana that he gets mukti because he is seeking it. All the past gone. Now his heart becomes Shuddha. In that Shuddha Antakarana, if we don't sow the seed, we are bigger than biggest sinners. Instantaneously, they sowed the seed ulta, because seed ulta ही डालना पड़ता है. Mara, mara, mara. Then he became great saint. Here also, you can just go on chanting this sloka only as many times as possible. स एवमादर्शितयोगमार्गः तदा उत्तमश्लोकवचोः निशम्य बद्धाञ्जलिः प्रीति उपरुद्धकण्ठः न किञ्चिदूचे अश्रु परिप्लुताक्षः. ऐसे करते करते we can also enter into the mood of Uddhavaji. But then is a responsibility of replying to Bhagavan, neither for himself or nor for Bhagavan, but it's for all of us. Because again the question remains, did he answer or not? Because yes or no kaho, tabhi jaakar the effectiveness of this Bhagavata we understand, accept, and then we initiate to practice it. भगवान ने सवाल पूछ ली कि इसका असर हुआ कि नहीं, अब ये पेशेंट आंसर नहीं दिया तो हम सबको फिर डाउट होगा ना. That's why in all the advertisements of anything, the endorsements are done. The people who consume them, use them, they give their reports. Many of them. See, my skin was so like this, like that, then applied this cosmetic, etc. Then it happened like that, you use. They're all endorsed. मेरे दांत ऐसे थे, फिर मैंने पेस्ट यूज किया, फिर समस्या शाश्वत रूप से निकल गई. हाउ दांत पूरे निकल गए. So they give their report. Here also, the cameramen must be watching. Acha Uddhav, did you listen? Yeah. Did Lord ask question? Yeah. So what answer the Uddhav ji gave? So we have to ask Shukadev ji. परीक्षित जी से इंक्रीडियंस होगा ना कि क्या बताया उन्होंने, मिला कि नहीं उनको जो मिलना था. So out of that compulsion, otherwise not compulsion from within, he gave the reply. And for that chittam which has become avaghurnam because of pranaya. Ishtabhya chittam pravanyavaghurnam dhairena rajan bahumanyamanaha कृतांजलि प्राहयदु प्रवीरम शीर्ष्णा स्पृशन तच्चरणारविंदम. अब देखो, this shloka is little higher than what we saw in the earlier one. So pranaya avaghurnam. So when huge tufans come, how that ocean will be, when the floods come, how the rivers will be, heavy rains come, how the lakes will be. In that way, his chitta was avaghurnita, not negative meaning there. There कल्लोलित हो गया कि क्या भगवान ने मेरे को दिया, कितना दिव्य है, कितना भव्य है. How much wonderful is this knowledge, and the joy of receiving, he was disturbed. Like on any of your occasions, birthday, marriage anniversary, let us say 200 people gave 200 beautiful gifts, which are of the most loving to you, and they are all spread around you. एक के बाद एक आ रहा है, दे जा रहा है. What an amount of kallola or what amount of avaghurnata happens in your chittam. They are coming, they are loving, they are hugging, they are extending their gratitudes. Then it happens when a cricket player suddenly hits century and makes the team win the match. From that day onwards, till the other fellow hits the century or he only other one, wherever he goes, he is getting so much of the thing. When we in the foreign land win a World Cup or when we win the gold medals in Olympics, from that time onward, the appreciations received, all of them, how much they create that joy positive, which makes the mind unsteady and unstable. Not negatively, positively. There's a very great experience. Only those who know who go through that. When the Indian army, surgical strike करके आया, what is joy of that all? Like that any of such achievements. I am explaining the word Chitta avaghurnita because of pranaya. Chitta avaghurnata shabda I am trying to explain. आनंद से कल्लोलित हो गया. Disturbed is chitta, unstable, not negative, positive. That's what I'm saying. What great Bhagavan is, what a great knowledge is. He has chosen to give me just because I asked him. And what an amount of details, what amount of the depth, and what while telling how much the Lord has care and concern for me. He told in the Vyasa Paddhati expanded. When I requested him, he told him in the Samasa Paddhati also. सो कितनी अनुकंपा है गुरु आपको मेरे ऊपर, हे भगवान आपको मेरे ऊपर. When you really understand, as I just now said, the anukampa of the parents or the Guru and Bhagwan in us, our heart will be kallolita only. चित्त का अवघूर्णता हो जाता है. In fact, how much we are receiving. What we receive is an ocean. What we give back to the world is only a drop. तो उसमें भी फिर ego. Recognize that one. Pranaya avakurnam chittam. He was speechless. His mind is dancing, shaking. It is an ecstasy. Pranaya avakurnam chittam ishtabhya. How to explain that? I can't. You can say this one ki child very small of 1 year, but let us say he has got developed all the awareness. Though it is a contradiction, but I'm just for an example's sake. Child of 1 year, but having all awareness and maturity. Now, there are 100 people around. Each of them are loving him so much, taking into their hearts, giving him so much of प्रेम. क्या होगा उनका स्थिति अगर वो बच्चे को अवेयरनेस है तो. Like when Vamana ji came, how all the devatas out of love gave him everything. And how joyful Lord must be while receiving it. So too when Bhagavan Rama is born, Krishna is born, in the Nandagaon, everybody came, they gave so much. So what love they gave is not point. When that love is recognized by the receiver, how is his mind? That's what I am saying. Pranayavaghurnam chittam. प्रणय के कारण ऐसा हो गया उनका चित्त कि कुछ क्या बोलूं मैं. आश्चर्यवत पश्यति कश्चिदेनम आश्चर्यवत वदति तचैव चान्यः. लाइक दैट. ऐसे चित्त को उन्होंने विष्टभ्य. ही पुट हिज लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट्स टू bring that chitta from that ecstasy to the normal level where it can give reply to Krishna's question at the stupid intellectual level. But that itself is great. But from the pranaya avagurna level, it is a lower one. Therefore, we misuse that word. Or we used a wrong word there. So, pranaya avagurna chittam ishtabhya. The chitta was so much ecstatic in devotion that he brought to lower level. Ishtabhya, controlled. कभी कभी लोगों से इतना प्रेम मिलने के बाद you are so joyful and then you extend in your words of gratitude. When in a teacher's day, when all children talk glorious about their teachers truly from the heart, then what an amount of joy those teachers will have. We see these sceneries generally may not be in actual life, but in some movies you see. It's so great. And any Mahatma also who has done enormous seva to the world, not only in spiritual field, scientific field का हो, any में, अरे बाबा उनको जब सारी दुनिया दान देती है, the joy of him, he is in tears. Then he comes to normal and to extends gratitudes. It's not only my job, so many helped me and all, he goes on. There also Dhavaji brought chitta to the normal level. Then dhairyena, dhirata he brought. Dhirata. Dhirata is to be able to reply cautiously to the question of Bhagavan. Dhairyena. Vishtabhya chittam pranaya ghurnam dhairyena. Then the next one what? Hey Rajan, As I told you, when Parikshitji was saying, Sukadevji was saying, Parikshitji was entering to that mode. Because whatever Krishna gave to Uddhavji, all that Sukadevji is giving to Parikshitji. Therefore, what mood Uddhavji entered, Parikshitji also should enter. He is entering. Later on, you will see toward the end, he is also same thing. Therefore, he was somewhere else in Uddhava's mood. इसलिए सुखदेव जी ने उनको बाहर बुलाया, हे राजन, सर मेरे बोलने का सुनो, तू कहाँ मेडिटेशन में जा रहा है? So हे धैर्य न राजन. Then the next one is what? कि बहुमन्यमानः. And I explained to you the meaning of bahumanyamana in the 6 ways yesterday. You remember that, I will not reply it. Lord and his teachings, Bhagavatam and its Mahima, and himself and his fortune. In सबको बहु महान मन्यमानः. Then Kritanjalihi, folded hands, Praha, spoke to Yadupraviram, the best among the Yadava Kula, and that the height of all, the beauty of all, it is Shirshna Sprushana Tata Charanaravindam. In that, putting the head at the feet of the Lord is a sign of total Sharanagati, surrender. In the Sashtanga Danda Pranama, all the Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, Antakarana, mainly the ego, then all those things achieved, non-achieved, possessed, everything is offered to God is called Dandot Pranam. Then that touching the feet by the head is a symbol to say that, O Lord, me along with mine along with me are now at your feet. Shirshna Spurashan Tat Charanaravindam. These such shlokas, in those shlokas, such complete sentences, they themselves have the greatest weightage of meaning as well as sadhana. Beautiful it is. Shirshna Spurashan Tat Charanaravindam. What a joy it is. दोनों की तरफ से भगवान को भी ऐसे महान श्रोता भक्त शिष्य मिले और ऐसे शिष्य भक्त को ऐसे गुरु मिले, कृष्ण वंदे जगत गुरु. कौन किसको मिलता है बताओ ऐसे? So this is what we try to feel for some time. Though with all our limitations of egos, never have any of the positive emotions, yet we tried only to say that this is how these shlokas are. But the main picture is what? Having said, Bhagavan kept quiet. Then Sri Shukadevji in commentary told to Parikshita these 2 shlokas, wherein we see Sri Uddhavaji holding hands, doing pranams at the feet of the Lord. First of all, he could not speak anything, even one word, because so much overwhelmed with the joy, ecstasy, love, devotion, but he'll have to answer to Lord. Therefore, he just controlled his mind, overpowered with the emotions at the time. Then brought the dhairyam. Then Kritanjalihi, folded hands, say, Bahumanyamanaha. So Bahumanyamana is a big word. He might have said many things, but summary of all that only. Here Shukadevji or Vyasa is writing to us. Then Yadupravaryam Shirshna Spurshanta Charnaravindam, touching the Lord's feet. So he is a Lord also, he is a Guru also, he is a point of goal also, surrender. And he is everything for him now. गम्य स्थान भी वही है, गुरु भी वही है, अनुग्रह कारक भगवान भी वही अभी, everything. So he touched his feet. Then he spoke. 4 shlokas of Uddhavji again are of beautiful meaning. They also have to be pondered, contemplated a lot. We will see today all of them or few of them. Now we are prepared for Uddhavji's reply. All these can be just chanted, literal meaning can be spoken, and we can browse through and finish and complete the Shastra. That anybody can do it. But at least in few places, very sensitive places of this type, if we cannot pause patiently and feel the feelings and feel the meaning of the verses, then we may not be doing full justice to our fortune of studying Shastra. Everywhere we don't wait like that, ponder so much. We just brush through. But rush through. At this place तो जरूर रुकना चाहिए. Now Shri Uddhava Uvacha, Uddhava Uvacha. Uddhavji's answer. Total shloka we chant, then part by part we study. Vidravito mohamadandhakaraha महान्धकारः विद्रावितो मोहमहान्धकारः य आश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसोः किं नु समीपगस्य शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य अगेन विद्रावितो मोहमहान्धकारः य आश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसोः किं नु समीपगस्य शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य. At this moment, before entering to the explanation, one scolding or banging and blasting, I want to do to those who deserve. What is that? Is from so many years, with so much of love and concern, when I am chanting the shlokas in front of you and trying to explain, even after so many of struggle and yearly years of effort by me, if you don't have the book in front of you and not chanting along with me and not tuning to the explanation, you are the highest criminal for me, towards me. भयंकर राक्षस हो आप लोग. मेरे प्रारब्ध के कारण आए हुए दुष्ट. I really feel like that. Not because I am missing something and you can give me something. The pain is that such a beautiful shlokas and mantras. When Bhagavan is giving such an opportunity for us to study along with because of someone chosen by him, yet if you are not sensible or sensitive enough to do the simplest thing of having the book and chanting together, where is your love then? Where is your devotion? Where is your sincerity? Without all this, how can you be a sadhaka? You are a time pass brand. सिनेमा देखने की हिम्मत ताकत नहीं है, इसलिए सत्संग सुनने आए हो. You understand? That's the feeling. And not that I have any bad. आप पढ़ो या ना पढ़ो, मेरे को क्या जाने वाला है. Point is what? How joyful are these mantras? See, विद्रावितो मोहमहान्धकारः य आश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसोः किं नु समीपगस्य शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य. How joyful Lord would feel when you chant these shlokas with your own wonderful mouth, जिससे इतने सिनेमा गाना गाते हैं जिंदगी भर. Keep the book, at least from now onwards, those who are not keeping. That is why this scolding is not to everyone, but only for those people who have not got the book and chanting along with me. If not outside, at least in your mind. देखो इसको कहते हैं मेडिटेशन, इसको कहते हैं ट्यूनिंग विथ आवर गुरु परंपरा. व्हाट कैन जस्टिफाई आवर नेग्लिजेंस देयर? बताओ. एक्सेप्ट आवर केयरलेसनेस. देन विद दैट हाउ कैन वी रिसीव कृपा भगवान? देखो वाल्मीकि जी was so criminal and all, but he was so honest in surrender. Immediately they made a meeting and decided to bless him. हमारे बारे में डिस्कस करने के लिए गुरु लोग मिलते भी नहीं, इसके लिए जरूरत ही नहीं. He attends classes every year but never keeps the book. Every day years together, but सामने किताब भी नहीं रखता है. उसका केस हम नहीं देखेंगे. And in which of the satsangas of anybody you listen that the किताब सामने रखकर पढ़ते हुए एक एक श्लोक का एक्सप्लेन कर रहे. We should feel that blessings of Bhagavan and their glory, and we have to make maximum use of it. That's the idea. Not anything else. Behind all the bitterness, what is there is only the concern that my students, along with listening to classes, they should become familiar in chanting, while chanting in only knowing the literal meaning, then while explaining the indicated meanings and sadhanas, not only they should listen, but they to also have to have grahana, dharana and abhyasa and phala. है ना? ब्रह्म विद्या श्रवण धारणा ग्रहण धारणा अभ्यास के आधार पर फल होता है ना. वी आर स्टडिंग इन द मॉर्निंग उपनिषद. दैट इज द आइडिया. Many a times we feel bad or angry also with our own people when they don't listen to us and come to the beautiful experience we are having. Here also the same case. Okay? So don't mind. I know you'll never mind anything. If at all you feel bad, offended, just drop it. The idea is what? Why not? Then I don't want to listen this thing somebody is saying to you. अच्छा वो स्वामी जी जो किताब सामने रखकर पढ़ते पढ़ाते हैं, आप उनके क्लास में इतने साल जाकर आपने कोई भागवत पढ़ा नहीं. That insult you should not feel. Bhagavan will ask you. He was chanting every day, hundreds of shlokas put together in all 6 classes, not for himself, for all of us. उपनिषद का हम पढ़ रहे हैं, विष्णु सहस्रनाम पढ़ रहे हैं, योग सूत्रास हम पढ़ रहे हैं, भागवत दो दो बार पढ़ रहे हैं, रामायण दो दो बार पढ़ रहे हैं, स्तोत्र भी पढ़ रहे हैं. काहे के लिए मेहनत है? मेरे लिए थोड़ी है. मैं तो मेरे लिए कर ही रहा हूँ. और मेरे लिए करूँ तो ऑफलाइन आई कैन डू, बट हियर आई एम डूइंग इट टुगेदर. Okay, now having said that, now bring back that beautiful mood of Sri Uddhavaji replying to Bhagavan. Straight away, acknowledgement. Vidravitaha. Vidravitaha has told 2 meanings I told you yesterday. It was a solid thing. It got liquidated and just like a liquid or fluid, it just gone, flown and went away. दैट इज वन मीनिंग ऑफ विद्रावित. द्रवित हो गया और विशेषण द्रावित हो गया. घनीभूत था, अब द्रवित हो गया. क्या है वो चीज? वी आर गोइंग टू सी, बट अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड विद्रावित. द सॉलिड मास गॉट मेल्टेड एंड एवापोरेटेड. अदर मीनिंग इज व्हाट? द्रावित मीन्स भगा दिया गया, भगा देना. When the lions, tigers or any wild animals come onto the ground, तो वो सारे आवाज कर करके या डंडे वंडे पीछे लेकर या मशाल उसको भगा देते हैं back to the forest. So to when the thieves, dacoits, the police वाले with their siren भगा देते और कोई बचता नहीं पकड़ने को. In this way भगा दिया गया. विद्रावितः. It got liquidated and melted and disappeared only God. Oh Lord. Also, it is being shunted away. What you asked? The question of Lord, same is answered by Uddhavaji. Apit Uddhava tvaya brahma sakhe samyak avadharitam. Then abhite vigataha mohaha. See, vigataha was the question. Answer also vidravitaha. जैसा उन्होंने पूछा एग्जैक्टली आंसर. अब वो याद रहना चाहिए उसको इसको रिलेट करके बोलने के लिए. और भगवान की कृपा है तो याद होता है. There is the difference in the joy, you see. The joy when you say that Uddhavaji replied that the delusion in him got melted and gone away. And the extra added joy when you remember what Bhagavan's question and then answer, don't you feel it? विगत हो गया कि नहीं मोहा? That was asked. विगत क्या? विद्रावित हो गया, भगा दिया गया. Even then, ladies, हम हास्यम also is there. So many things. आपका सत्संग सुनते सुनते मैं मोह को पकड़ने का कोशिश किया, लेकिन सत्संग की महिमा इतनी थी, शक्ति, कि उसने भगा दिया. That means what? It is not by our efforts that we can make the delusion go away. It is only the tapo shakti of the gurus and karuna shakti of the Bhagavan which they send through their upadesha and pravachana, that the dangerous devil who is making ullu out of we the gadha from millions of lives, that is thrown away, sent away, driven away. That is why nowadays every day we are remembering our Guru Parampara, at least although it is superficial, but at least Nam Le Re Munka and also Bhagavan. Oh Lord, please bless us. May our study doesn't stay only at the superficial level of mechanically coming and going. Please shower Karuna. Please give your Krupa. Please forgive us all for all our mistakes. See to it that this knowledge goes deep into the core of our hearts, and from there it eliminates the disease. The root cause of disease called as moha. So that is what? Vidravitaha, diluted and removed or driven away. What is that? May means not English, may or may not. May means mama. कोई हुआ ना विद्रावितो में तो बाद में आएगा. हाँ, में विद्रावितः. व्हाट इज दैट? मोह महा अंधकारः. देखो, मोह महा अंधकारः विद्रावितः. So like when the torch is put on, the darkness is driven away. When the light is put on, you can see when you come from outside night time, the अंदर दरवाजा खोल कर देखा पूरा अंधकार है. Then ऐसे हाथ लगा देते, you go up to the switch board and put it on. The moment the switch on is done, light comes, ran away the darkness. Imagine how quickly भाग जाता है वो, है ना? अब तुम रुको, मैं पैक कर रहा हूँ, धीरे धीरे जाऊंगा. That way the darkness doesn't stay. The moment light is put on, विद्रावित, कहीं से कहाँ से जाएगा पता नहीं हो, सारे दरवाजे बंद है, फिर भी भाग जाता है वो अंधेरा. In the light is put. In the same way, me moha maha andhakara. Moha maha andhakara. देखो, one andhakara is of the eyes. Second andhakara is some information of the world that goes away when you get the knowledge. Andhakara means darkness. Darkness is ignorance. So the andhakara of the eyes, आंख बंद है, कुछ दिखता नहीं. But some andhakara that I don't know driving, so I learned it. I don't know cooking, I learned it. That also darkness, ignorance, but gone. But there is another andhakara, which is called moha andhakara. It is maha. Maha for two reasons. That life after life, this moha andhakara is going on chasing me. And at every life, it not only taking me away from the God, but it is exposing me, pushing me into that world of temporariness, that world of efforts, that world of limitations, that world of experiences only of the dukkha. That is called the maha of the moha. मोह शब्द का महा जो विशेषण है, उसका अर्थ ये है. मोह महा अंधकार और महामोह अंधकार. महा अंधकार, महामोह. Then I was carrying the load of that from so many lives. विद्रावितो मोह महांधकारः. That is the purpose of entire Shastra, to remove the moha or delusion. Now this we have discussed in so many classes again and again. Again once more, because the word came, we explain. Moha is because of the semi or half knowledge, we take something for the other, that is called as moha. Okay? There is difference between knowledge, ignorance and delusion. In knowledge, you know things clearly. In ignorance, you know nothing. In delusion, we take the wrong thing to be right. The same example of rope and snake. If it is pakka light hai, so everybody knows it is rope only. If it's pitch darkness, nobody knows if something is there or not. Pura dark hai. It's only in the twilight, Sandhya samay. There is something. What exactly is not known. Therefore, whatever we imagine, that we impose. What exactly is the rope, but not known. But what is in my mind is snake, I superimpose. That is called as delusion. Moha vaichitye. Vaichitye, chitta viparitata. Means what? Not able to know the thing as it is. Therefore, something else is seen there. This is what. Example is given. Now the answer is what? As we studied today only in our Satya morning, Brahma Vidapnoti Param, to that with the example of those 10 French swimmers, Bhagavan Shankara so clearly told to us. Atma Vidya, that I am the self, I am the Brahman. Because of not knowing this, that is the Karana. We will study tomorrow. Yes, today we did it, but we have not come up to that point. It is kept for tomorrow. But today I am touching because the context came here. Because of not knowing that I am the Brahman or the Atman, I myself am identifying with the Upadhi made out of Panchamahabhuta and Tanmatra. Not only identifying, but my Chitta, Vrittis are totally towards that. Therefore, I am living life a Jiva in such a way that the Brahma, वो मैं होते हुए भी, it is like aprapt. Then the gurus come and they direct our direction to our own self. Then we see our real self as it is. It's called prapta. So darshana darshana apekshitatvat brahmanah prapti apraptyoho. Okay, that's what. Now, what is moha? The reality self is forgotten. The unreal jagat is taken as real. This is what moha. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, and Parabrahma. What is there is Parabrahma only. No Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. But Parabrahma is not experienced. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara alone is seen in its place is called illusion. In that, Ishvara is not at all valued. Only Jagat is seen and I take myself as Jiva. In that also, not even a full-fledged Jiva I am. I only think I am limited only to this body in this life. In that also, with that also, in the Jagat, with some people are the things. With the Mamata or Raga Dvesha, we get attached and we create such a confusion. These are all the results of the basic mistake called as delusion. Please listen this. How much are you are able to understand it is lucky. But the facts we have to listen. The knowledge it is. Siddhanta Jnanam it is called. There is nothing other than Parabrahma, Paramatma. But not known. Then something is superimposed. That is taken as real. So the real is forgotten. Unreal is taken as real. That state of mind is called moha. From the moha is born all the raga, desha, kama, krodha, dharma, adharma, papa, punya. The, through that variety of the karmas. All the final result of each one of them is, though temporarily some sukha is there, but ultimately shoka or dukkha. So Atma Ajnana, Jagat Moha, then all dharma dharma karma, phala is dukkha. सुख के रूप में दिखता है उसके पीछे दुखी होता है. इट्स ओनली क्वेश्चन ऑफ वेटिंग that the dukkha should arrive. Everyone will have to be miserable only as long as they have not discovered the self. Temporarily, some pleasures. Pleasures are different from anandam. Everybody will have to. So, avidya, moha, ragadveshadi, then ragadvesha prerita, kamanadi, kamanadi prerita karma, karma phala is dukkha only. So, panchaklesha, vidyasta, ragadvesha, vinivesha, when the topic comes in Yoga Sutras, we will see. So, we have spent 7-8 minutes to explain the word moha. So, vidravitaha moha maha andakaraha me, mera wala. Ashritha me. Yeah, Ashritha me, that which was supported by me, supporting me. दोनों एक दूसरे को चिपक के रहे थे. Me and my moha. And how that was vidravitaha? Tava sannidhanat. Tava sannidhana means very beautiful it is. Cute feeling. Because of your proximity, literal meaning, but that's not the physical proximity here. Tava sannidhana means whatever you taught, be attentive. Through those teachings, I reached you. Teaching should reach us to the taught. What is taught? The subject. So the teaching should reach us to the teacher or the Lord who is there in those teachings. तो आपके सानिध्य से मेरा मोह भाग गया मीन्स मैं तो जो कहा उसे कुछ नहीं सुना तूने नॉट दैट मीनिंग ये सानिध्य इज नॉट आउटर नो इट अगेन गोज बैक टू द बेसिक क्वेश्चन ऑफ उद्धव वेर ही सेड यार भगवान आप जा रहे हो तो मैं अकेला पड़ जाऊंगा आप मुझे ले जाओ या आप रह जाओ बिकॉज आई कैन नॉट हैव दैट विरह विरह कातर वियोग कातर दोज वर द वर्ड्स यूज्ड बाय the Shukadeva ji for Uddhava at that stage. Then only Bhagavan gave this all knowledge. Therefore, my fear is gone. That my misery is gone. That I am going to be away from you. You are going to be away from me because you are going to leave this world. No. I understood the Tattva Jnana, Brahma Jnana given by you. From that standpoint, you and I are never separate. We are always one. That knowledge is mentioned here as Tava Sannidhana. Naturally, when I discover my oneself with God, not with the upadhis, how can there be moha? Vidravita. Vidravita, moha mahandakaraha, Yaha ashrito me tava sannidhanat. Then the example, why not, Lord? It is obvious. Vibhava soho kimnu samipagasya. Those are close to the fire. How can the Shitam, the cold, Tamaha, the darkness, Bihi, the fear, Pradbhavanti will come out Ajadya, who is the creator of even Brahmadeva. So that second line needs some explanation. Then in the next three shlokas also, great things Uddhavaji speaks. And I love this portion. I'll take my time. Whether you like it or not, listen or not, bore or not, मेरे को क्या फर्क पड़ता है ना? जो ट्यून्ड है उनको पता है हम क्या कह रहे हैं, क्या कहना चाहते हैं, क्यों. सो दे विल स्टे, अदर्स गो वेर एवर यू वांट. आई विल एंजॉय एक्सप्लेनिंग एवरी वर्ड, एवरी श्लोका टिल एटलीस्ट दिस पोर्शन इज ओवर, दिस चैप्टर. उसके बाद स्टोरीज इवन आई विल आल्सो रश थ्रू, बिकॉज हमारा मेन चीज तो हो गया ये वाला. So what are the remaining 3.5 slokas, and in which what Uddhavji has told to Bhagavan, the result he got having heard such a great Upadesha from Paramatma Jagat Guru. Let's see tomorrow. Sarvam Krishnarpanamom Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, उद्धव भगवान की जय, भागवत महापुराण रूप कृष्ण भगवान की जय, समस्त भागवत आचार्य परंपरा की जय. Oh, one thing, such a great sweet knowledge given by Shukdev ji to Parikshit 5000 years back, अब तक उसको प्रोटेक्ट करते हुए हमारे तक जितने गुरु शिष्य परंपरा ने बचा बचा कर ले आए, you know how great that must be. Is it not that thing to be worthy of discussing or remembering? लुप्त नहीं होने देते हुए यहाँ तक लिया, in spite of so many invasions and all that. Itself is a miracle. Our Vedas, our Gita, Mahabharata, इतिहास, रामायणास यहाँ तक पहुँच गए हजारों साल के बाद. That means these are all divine. At the higher level में this knowledge is never lost. If it is lost, it's not knowledge. It is eternally there in the ether, in a corner kept. Whenever the society needs whatever the knowledge, that time the Lord sends those Mahatmas and Gurus, and through them He makes them revealed. When not required, वो छुपा रहता है बस. अभी आप जैसे संत महात्माओं को जरूरत है इस ज्ञान का, इसलिए भगवान इज रिवीलिंग. Knowledge never perishes, it's always. But one request, feel that pride inside that we belong to such great Sanatana Dharma with so many Shastras indicating us to us the truth and the goal and liberation. And having felt that pride, now the using of that, acknowledging of that, and whatever the seva we can do. Two types of sevas are श्रवण करके अध्ययन करके खुद के मुक्ति का कोशिश करना. सेकंड वन इज व्हाट, बाय एनी मीन्स पॉसिबल डू द प्रचार ऑफ द शास्त्र. है ना? एवरीबडी कैन नॉट डू एवरीथिंग, बट एवरीबडी विल हैव टू डू समथिंग, एंड दैट समथिंग either God gives them or they choose. In both cases it should be the best. And what can be the best then? Prachar of the Shastra, which are the givers of moksha, in my opinion. I can't force it on you. In my opinion, there is no greater seva to the world than giving the jnanam of the Shastra, which is indicating to us the Shashvata Ananda, Shashvata Mukti. So that is a second thing which we can do. First thing, ourselves make best use of it and redeem ourselves from our own bondages, then give it to others through some or the other means. You gift them the books, you yourself tell the stories, you write the articles, you write the commentaries. देखो एक बंदे को भी फायदा हो जाए, हुआ. Like that's what the idea behind my giving this satsang, whether people listen or not, somebody comes to help me in doing prachar or not. All that thoughts I don't entertain much. Earlier I used to do. Now all that is gone. आप चार लोग सुन रहे हो, that is my janma dhanya. In the same way, we need not worry about all that, but do something for this Shastra. The minimum which we can do is people in our own vicinity, take them into confidence, Let them feel, ye RRA Shastri, ye Vedanti RRA, Bhagavad RRA, Bhago, whatever the nicknames they give you. In their childhood, childishness, they may do it. But when they recognize the glory of it, they themselves acknowledge and appreciate you. We are not doing it for appreciation. This being such a great thing, we try to tell them about this. See, there are thousands of intelligent ways. Thousands, how many? One of the way what? Daily send message to your people. Anything, but conclusion. Bhagavata is making me dhanya. Adhyata Ramana is giving me the knowledge. Upanishad is guiding me towards the truth. One sentence you add करो तो किसी को लग जाएगा वो. Today's Bhagavata, the glorious mood of Krishna and Uddhava in that silence after the speaker has spoken and the replier has to yet to reply. Breaking the silence, the Shukadevji's comment in which he spoke about the mode of Uddhavji. तो ऐसा दो लाइन लिख दो. What goes wrong? People, somebody will see, somebody get inspired. This one tarika I am saying. Like that, so many you keep sending our channel to people every day. One, but somebody कोई तो देखेगा, सुनेगा. शास्त्र प्रचार सबसे बड़ा कर्तव्य है. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. पूर्णमद किया हमने पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णस्य पूर्णमद पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति. Now equally sweet grantham is our Adhyatma Ramayanam. Let us spend some time for that also. Today some of you were in good mood of listening. That's nice. Continue it every day.